the schedule only gets tougher for them after that. They've got Michigan today, and then they go on to face Penn State next. On the
Yes.
flip side, the Wolverines have Purdue today, and they've got Ohio State and Penn State as their next two opponents. So both these teams know they've got Penn State on the agenda, and Penn State are the really dominant national forces, I think, for wrestling.
Oh, they have been. For decades, they've had a great team, but with the arrival of Cale Sanderson, they've become the premier college team in America. So neither one of these squads is going to get much time to celebrate their big in-state rivalry victories. Stevan Micic has found himself the #1 ranking at 133 with an injury to Seth Gross of South Dakota State, and he gets the takedown. Thornton, a tough wrestler, 14-3 this season for the redshirt senior, and he's a returning NCAA qualifier, but he's got tough duty today. These two have wrestled at least twice before, with Micic defeating Thornton 10-2 in the Big Ten tournament last season in the quarterfinals, and 14-4 in last year's duel at West Lafayette.
Both these wrestlers very familiar with each other. They're both pretty well known as well. They're both very good at what they do. Just a matter of, in today's case, which one can really execute, I think, more fundamentally and get down to the basics and kind of take control. And as of now, Micic has been able to sort of control this match so far, but we'll see if that changes. There's a lot of time left.
Absolutely. And you never send a wrestler out to lose a match, but I've got to think if the Boilermakers can avoid bonus points in this match, it'd be a minor victory for them.
Absolutely, especially with how dominant Micic has been all year. Like you said, one of the top-ranked wrestlers, very successful, very talented, and it's really on display in this matchup right now. You can see he's really not giving Thornton much space to work with, any really flexibility. He's kind of just maintaining control and keeping him flat on the ground, not giving him an opportunity to escape.
Absolutely, and he had those legs tied up so well and keeping weight on the upper body of Thornton. It's been a tough ride. He hasn't been able to turn Thornton yet, though, and there's a stalling call on Thornton now. And now a tilt. It's almost crossed 90 degrees. Now he's got a count, and there'll be back points. No, I thought I saw a 2 count.
Sounds like the fans thought they saw a 2 count as well. A couple boos after the official waved it off, but some appeals from the Michigan bench as well.
Yeah, Coach Hormet has a question on that. And it's possible we saw 2 single counts.
Just take a look here. Just really some good positioning from Micic. Was really close, thought he might have gotten the count and maybe not. The official said no, so the score is still 2-0.
2 1 counts is what we had in rapid succession. And now we've got an escape. And a great takedown by Micic. He's a hard wrestler to prepare for because he uses a lot of different tie-ups and a lot of different takedowns. Now he's into that tilt again. And gets a 2 count for 2 points.
Like you were mentioning, though, Micic's just a very versatile wrestler. He's got kind of a diverse arsenal of moves he likes to use, and that's what makes him so hard to prepare for. If you're Ben Thornton, you have to think to yourself, which of these moves is most likely going to be used against me? And even then, it's kind of a crapshoot because of how many different moves Micic can use.
Yes, difficult to prepare for. A great student of wrestling, and he just looks so relaxed out there. Even against a very, very solid wrestler like Thornton. Now there's a 7-1 lead for Micic. Constant movement. He's got an underhook. and has a wrist as Thornton tries to get an underhook position, shucks him off, and Thornton almost had a duck under. Tough position for each wrestler. Micic has the whizzer.
Looks like they've both got each other kind of tied up equally right now, both with their legs stuck. Thornton might have a little more of an edge there.
He did. If he was able to shuck that arm, he would have been behind for 2 points, but Micic was able to hang on with the whizzer. And we're 7-1 with Micic 2:33 in riding time to start the third.
For Purdue 1, Micic has 2 minutes 33 seconds of riding time. Then Thornton will start the third period in the down position.
So Thornton's going to try the down position. Almost reached his feet. But now Micic is in good position again. He's got one of the legs tied up. Lots of weight on his hip. Now he's got both legs. Ref is asking for movement on the bottom. Thornton's having a difficult time working up to a base. And a warning on red, that's a point. Second warning for stalling. It's 8-1 now for Micic. With riding time guaranteed, we're looking at a 9-1 lead effectively. And still putting pressure on with the hips. Thornton really could use an escape point to make this a regular decision. And he's up to his feet, working on the hands of Micic. Hips in good position. Micic drops down. Sit out. Sit out by Thornton, but not successful. Now he's getting a count against him. Looks like another. Oh, the crowd is not going to like that, or of course Marmet. I think we had another 2 single counts. Micic still riding though. With 4 seconds left, it looks like we're going to end up 9-1 with riding time for Micic.
Micic really felt like he had to be in control for the majority, I think, of that bout. He looked like, I mean, we saw with the riding time, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. He felt like he kind of managed that one, I think, very well. And every time it looked like Thornton was going to try and come up with an escape or make a move, Micic was able to maintain his control and kind of prevent that. You see Micic just taking a really strong advantage and using it to his advantage.